Peace. For some reason, YouTube won't let me post this video, so I'm doing it like this.
The science of Genesis 1. Genesis for dummies. The creator is like a scientist, an artist and a father. Picture a father building his son a car from scratch, knowing what his son likes, and what he's going to go through. Or picks a car and tints it, details it, puts custom ribs on it, his son's name on the headrest, etc. Gives it a color. This whole planet was gift wrapped and made for you. Everything you need is on it and was placed there by a higher power, a more intelligent being than you. He created the universe before the Earth, other star systems, other planets, other galaxies. He made this planet so quickly and so easily because he's done this before, like the maestro before an orchestra, commanding all of the notes, and the sequence of events, all coming to a grand climax. In the dark, this Earth was formless. He was ready to create. He was in the spirit, manifesting from his mind. He had already created the sun, that great luminary in the center of the universe, to which all planets rotate and revolve on their axes for light. Let the sun shine on this new planet of mine, which I am planning in my mind, hovering over the raging ocean that the ancient Egyptians called noon, like a painter saying, "Let me get some light up in here, it's time to get busy." He gave you this earth in the shape of a sphere, with a circumference of 24,896 miles, 7,926 miles in diameter, and it revolves on its axis approximately 93 million miles away from the sun. And he set its speed at 1,037 and 1/3 miles per hour to give light to both sides of this sphere, to distribute the light evenly between two hemispheres, east and west. It takes two halves to make the whole. To distribute the light evenly, it has to rotate at a constant speed. The God, among 24 scientists, chose 24 hours to complete one day. The sun is the main source of light and energy and warmth for the planet. The side facing the sun, we call day. The other side we call night. Deity versus Naga, visible versus not visible, clear versus unclear, good as opposed to evil, the yin and yang, etc. This was day one. God put the earth into rotation in the solar system around the sun for light, and he was pleased with what he saw. Intelligence set all this into motion. No dummy created this. Dummy has a physical body but no brain. Mannequin equals mankind. The real dummy is the one who told you it was a big bang in the middle of nowhere, for no reason, and boom, we are here. That no one painted the Mona Lisa. It evolved over millions of years. Whoever believes that it is a dummy as well, and you were all bigger dummies for expecting someone with a brain to accept that theory, which has yet to be proven. The next step was to create an atmosphere to protect this sphere called Earth and the humans who God planned to put on it. God himself plans to walk on it and rest on it. He made her weight 6 sextillion tons, 6 followed by 21 zeros, tons, in order to support all of the weight he was going to put on it. Mountains, plant life, animals, the humans, and what he would help the humans build. God walked on the earth and talked with Adam and Eve, Cain and Abel. Pyramids were built from the top down, from above down, not from the ground up. In other words, a higher intelligence, above your head, literally flying above your head in high-tech crafts. Day 2, he separated the earth from space by giving it an atmosphere, a dome, a vault in the sky called air. It is not visible to the naked eye. This shows and proves that this was not written by men alone. No man can look in the sky and see an atmosphere. Only the one above the atmosphere, from space, can see it. For the non-believers, you have two options. Corporal punishment means you need rules and regulations in any sphere or system. Boundaries of conduct must be set. There must be order in the court. Then God is the judge of judges and minister of justice, owner of the day of judgment to judge men. Capital punishment is reserved for those whom there is no other option. They just don't get it and never will. Time is of the essence. You don't got forever. Now quick recap. Picture an artist getting busy. Day 1. Let there be light. I needed to see what I'm doing, making, creating, shapes Earth into sphere, and puts it into rotation around the light which we now know as the sun. The sphere is naturally divided into two halves, creating two hemispheres. The side facing the sun called day, east, where sun rises, comes up. The side facing away from it called night, west, where sun sets, sits down. The sun was created for light and warmth for all the planets revolving around it. Day 2, created Earth's atmosphere, to protect life on Earth from ultraviolet radiation from the sun. Ra, a dome, roof, protects heads of inhabitants of a home from rain. He called the dome sky. It is composed of 20% oxygen. He separated the sky from water, which is H2O. He created air for coming humans, birds, and animals to breathe. Approximately 1% of air is water vapor. It is necessary for the survival of terrestrial plants as well. The first atmosphere was primarily hydrogen, element number 1. This is Genesis number 1. Then came nitrogen. Then the great oxygenation event, also known as air for humans to breathe and live life. Day 3. The condensed water vapor in the sky, called clouds, produced rain all over the earth in order to water the land and bring forth vegetation, plants, trees, fruits, grow from soil. God commanded, and the earth produced all kinds of plants that bear grain and fruits, veggies with minerals from soil for animals and humans. It's all for you. The world is yours. It's yours. Day 4. God cleared the skies of the clouds to let lights appear in the sky, stars, constellations, zodiac for man to tell time, days and years, and religious festivals begin on new moon, when in conjunction with sun, that is, on the same side of the earth. The moon was blasted into space from inside the earth to further divide day and night and differentiate between the two. It represents the grafted 13 cycles of the moon times 28 days equals approximately 1 year. 4 phases of 7 days of the moon equals 28 days, or approximately 1 month. The word month comes from moon, as Monday, in your language, means moon day. 13 moon or monthly cycles times 28.10 to 28.15 days equals 365.25 days, or 366 days on leap years. His language is mathematics, and he wants everything to be done right. Sun, and exact. Moon, left, what's left, left behind. Remainder, reminder of nature. Ruler, regulator of over nature. Every verse in Bible is numbered. There is even a book in the Old Testament, in the Torah, also known as the books of Moses, called Numbers, as every verse in the Bible is numbered. Your days on earth are also numbered. Day 5. All kinds of birds created to fly in the sky, all kinds of fish, sea creatures, and even sea monsters placed in the sea, of which there are 7. Day 6. Animals placed on land, both wild and domesticated, separated from sea creatures, sea monsters, checks and balances. Then God told the other scientists, "Let us make man in our image and our likeness, and we will give them dominion over the earth, the creatures in the sky, the sea, all the animals on land. It is all for them to use." Day 7. After 6 days of non-stop creation, the Creator, God, rests on earth, or hovers over. Jehovah, right palm, the best part of the earth, since he created it, is in the Middle East, where God placed all the oil under the soil. Modern men fights over this land, what the world calls the Holy Land, where all of God's major prophets and messengers walked. Life is short, God is great. This is his planet you are on. Like the great Gatsby, few will be able to meet him face to face. Saying that there is no God, no creator of this earth, is like saying you watching a movie that has no director, reading a book that has no author, listening to a song that has no singer, hearing instruments being played that have no player. People can only understand what they are ready to understand at their present level of comprehension. Approach this book with reverence. All you see, all the billions of people around you, all have an origin in this world, all had a beginning, and everything that has a beginning has an ending. The Father is up in heaven, in another dimension, what you would call the 7th dimension or 7D. Portal Prince arrived in the 70s, and he is here now in 2014 with good news, and bad news. The good news is for good people, the bad news is for bad people. So it is good news if you're a good person, and it is bad news if you're a bad person. Choose your side. This has been Genesis for Dummies, Part 1, dictated during the solar eclipse on October 23, 2014. This message has been approved by the Portal Prince. Peace.